Maverick traders? Welcome out to your currency recap for June 16th. Corey here with you. We're always going to explore markets. We're going to talk about what news is moving markets, what currencies are in play, what crypto's doing, and then highlight our very best ideas, be that bullish or bearish. It doesn't matter. We just want to ride those waves, ride that trend.
All trades and analysis in this video are intended for professional traders only. This content does not constitute financial advice and is for educational purposes. This video is being released after a short delay due to Compliance Department review. Maverick members receive this content immediately as part of their daily trading resources. If you're ready to level up, consider joining Maverick Currencies. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits. You bring the skill, we provide the backing. Let's get into today's market recap and see how the pros are trading the currency markets.
All right, so as we look at markets, kind of an interesting day in that we really saw the big news was an unwind of the Israel-Iran reaction. But there was also news that the Trump organization is announcing a new phone and plan for consumers. I'm not sure how I'm not going to be standing in line to get that first iteration of a phone. I'm not sure they'll ever compete with Apple in terms of quality and such, but we'll see. But this Israel-Iran is the bigger story. Gold and oil were down sharply after being up sharply on Friday, and so you saw an unwind of that fear, of that nervousness, and it really played out in currencies. The big outperformers were risk on, Aussie and Kiwi today. The underperformers were all the defensive safe havens, the Swiss franc, the Japanese yen, even the US dollar slightly lower. S&P bounced back. The Nasdaq was up 1.5%. S&P up nearly 1. Crypto up 2.8. Gold and oil, like we said, got hammered, and gold gave back a decent portion of Friday's bounce. Oil as well gave back a decent portion of that advance. So certainly some of the fear trade coming off, where people were very, very worried about this escalating further, and it seems that there is a calm that's setting in, that maybe we're not headed for a massive war, that maybe this is the tit for tat that happens from time to time. Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, roughly all of crypto up about that 3%. So as you look at markets, still bullish. You can see the red line up above would be the all-time highs, and we seem to be making our way towards that level. That seems to be the magnet where the S&P is going. So I don't see any reason to bet on that stopping anytime soon. The trend is up. Now, we've got the Bank of Japan tonight. It's not expected to do anything with rates. We've got the Fed on Wednesday, not expected to do anything with rates. We've got the Swiss National Bank, expected to cut by 25 basis points. We've got the Bank of England, not expected to do anything with rates. So 4 major central banks reporting, only one expected to cut, and interestingly enough, they're the one central bank that's down here near a zero interest rate policy. I guess Japan is as well, but Swiss National Bank expected to cut rates. If we look at velocity, we always say anything in the 1 to 0 range is just not all that exciting. So crypto can be bought, Japanese yen can be shorted. I would say that if I were looking at charts, the Canadian dollar looks the closest to be at a buy point. So if I had to trade something right here immediately, it would be CAD yen long, right? Playing that to the upside. CAD looks the closest to be able to take an action on in the upside. So as we look at possible trades, we know the Japanese yen is already here and ready. It's broken down, it's downward sloping on a sell signal, downward sloping, all the characteristics we're looking for, has taken out support. The big thing about trading the Japanese yen is, well, we've got the BOJ out tonight, and the Bank of Japan might throw a curveball on whatever trade you have. But certainly the Japanese yen looks like a short. As I said, if I had to buy something, it would be the CAD. The CAD has at least broken out to new highs, and come back to retest that. You've got upward slope, you're on a buy signal. The RSI is not at new highs, or not there yet, but this is pretty close. I kind of looked at this and said, well, we could make an argument, even though it's below the highs and not at new highs here, that maybe it's in the plus 2-ish category. I'll call it a plus 1.5 at least on the grading scale. So if you are going to trade right now, I think CAD is your long trade against other currencies, against the yen or against the Swiss franc and those defensive currencies. Bitcoin Cash looks the best in crypto land. This is helped by a weaker US dollar. And look, Bitcoin Cash right here, upward trending, upward sloping, buy signals and new highs and such. If you want to trade something in crypto, Bitcoin Cash looks like the best of the best right here, right now. So we're in this range bound market. As we talked and as we looked at the chart, I almost feel compelled to say CAD is probably at that. It's kind of borderline. It's not perfect. There's a couple of things I don't love. It's not at new highs and not at upward sloping RSI at new highs and such, but maybe just on the verge of turning in that direction. So CAD yen is probably the play right here, right now in currency land. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great week, everyone. Remember, major central banks meetings, 4 of them, so plenty of volatility should be anticipated in those currencies around those events. So enjoy it, capitalize on it, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.